Hello guys, welcome in today's crypto technical analysis. As usual, we're going to discuss the BTC price action. However, before BTC, we're going to take a look into a requested BTC dominance chart in order to play the altcoins. But before we start, if you guys are learning and enjoying from the content, do not forget to like the video, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and activate the bell so you do not miss the accurate market updates. Starting with the BTC dominance chart. Since my last video about a couple of months ago that I draw this last line of defense, and these levels, higher time frame resistance, at the same time resistance number 2 as well as the resistance number 1 hasn't been changed. So at the moment, as you can see, we're facing the higher time frame resistance at around 47.5 and 48 levels. And as you can see, since the beginning of the summer, how we got a rejection from this higher time frame resistance. However, at this stage, this resistance number 2, if we're going to claim this higher time frame resistance, break this resistance, claim it as a support or clean breakout, and then we're going to be facing at around 51 and 52 levels. However, it's slightly early for us to talk about it because all the higher time frames is heavily under the bear's control. If we're going to see a rejection from higher time frame resistance, this last line of defense at this time we may lose, and we can go all the way towards the south, and then first level that you need to watch is going to be around 35 and 37 levels. A daily time frame. When we look into a daily time frame, as you can see, we got stuck and week to week rejection right from the high time frame resistance at around 47.5. However, we saw a fake out at the end of the July, and the price action sent all the way towards the south. However, as I said, if we're going to clean breakout or break this resistance, claim it as a support, then the first level that we need to watch around 51 and 52 levels. As I said, the higher time frames are heavily under the bear's control, but the daily time frame started moving towards the upside and started giving us a bullish signal. This is going to be very important level, this higher time frame resistance at around 46.5. As long as we're going to be remaining below, this time highly likely, as I said, we're going to lose the last line of defense and we can see a massive alt season again. Otherwise, I'm expecting if we can break this level, we might see a quick pump, and the price action may reject from the resistance level at around 51 and 52 levels. Moving on to BTC price action, under the weekly time frame that we saw, as I mentioned in the last video, that as long as we're going to close above 60,000 level, and we will see the highest close in the BTC history. And as you can see, we had a weekly time frame close yesterday that we closed this candle with $61,500 plus, and that's the highest close in entire BTC history. The weekly time frame heavily under the bull's control. Moving on to a daily time frame. Daily time frame heavily under the bull's control. As you remember, in this channel we had the entry level from 30,000, 31,000, and then secondary entry level was around, for the swing traders, 34.5 and 33.5. After we retested, there was we had a higher time frame buy signal, and we had a support fall at around 40,000 level. After retesting number of times, we had another buy signal on the higher time frame as well as the low time frame. Since then, daily time frame moved towards the bullish territory. The daily time frame heavily under the bull's control. However, this resistance is going to be heavy for the bulls to break. As long as we're going to be remaining below this resistance at around 62, 65,000 levels, highly likely that with price action in the first place we will see 57,000, and on the higher time frame we may come all the way up to 0.618, the golden zone, at around 52,000 levels. 4-hour time frame. Before we move on to mid and lower time frames, I would like to draw your attention. Recently I shared the perp, and I made an update that perp gave us 34% spot profit, and as you can see, we held perfectly the 0.618, the golden zone, and we hit the target number 1, and we are towards the target number 2. So that provided us 34% spot profit. At the same time, I do share some risk management and psychology educational content as well. If you're not following me, you can follow via Twitter at @the_magnate. Moving on to 4-hour time frame. We had a buy signal at around, as soon as we held the $40,000, and in this region we had early buy signal $43,500 and $44,000. However, as soon as we broke, as you can see, clean breakout, 4-hour started giving us a bullish signal. So from the early entry, with the current price action, one could have been up by over 40% in the last 2 weeks. However, if you are a conservative trader, if you took this signal, you can see these weeks that you had an opportunity at least 3 times to get onto the board And from there, with the current price action, 30% spot profit. And if you're doing leverage, you did the maths for yourself with a 10 times 300, 5 times, which is a decent 150% in about 2 weeks. Current condition of the 4-hour time frame is heavily under the bull's control. I don't want to cover in this episode the bearish scenario under 4-hour time frame. As long as we're going to be above the 0.618, the golden zone, 4-hour will be under the bull's control. However, losing this support line, 4-hour may go to the consolidation. As I said, it is slightly early for us to talk about these levels. Before we move on to lower time frame, if you want to learn all this technical analysis, what I'm showing, and if you want to become an independent professional trader, or you're interested in the institutional trading system, you can message me via Telegram at Magnate, and one-on-one intense masterclass is available, where I'm going to teach you how to gain these profits and be profitable in the market. It only takes you 5 to 10 hours to master this all, and during the course you will learn day trading, i.e. scalping, swing, as well as the long term as an investor trading systems. Moving on to our time frame. Under 2-hour, similar levels applies. As soon as we broke this level of 44,500, we had a buy signal, and since then similar profit that we made, same as a 4-hour time frame. However, on the lower time frame we had a buy signal as soon as we held the 40,000 level. From 41,000 or $40,000 on the lower time frame, that we had over 50% spot profit in about 2 weeks, with a 10 times 500%, 5 times 250% profit if you're doing a leverage. Current condition of 2-hour time frame heavily under the bull's control. As long as we're going to be remaining above $58,000, $57,000, 2-hour will remain under the bull's control. However, in the next 24 to 72 hours, if we're going to lose $60,000, then 2-hour time frame will enter consolidation. 1-hour time frame. Right at this moment, 1-hour time frame is trying to stay under the bull's control, losing this upper line of this support, which is $58,000, 58,600. Then 1 hour will move under the bear's control. However, at the moment, lower time frame, mid time frame, high time frames are all of them under the bull's control. Play level to level, and we came to an end of this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.